All right, I gotta get this video out here. What's good, y'all? A lot of you already know who I am. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I can't even sleep right now. Like I can't. I made a video yesterday morning saying how it was Sunday, NFL Sunday, and we was gonna be talking about like watch some football. Bro, the Pittsburgh Steelers are a broken football team. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so like that's why I'm already kind of irritated. Like one thing about me, I already know I'm a diehard fan, but this current Pittsburgh Steelers football team is a broken football team. We are years behind when it comes to coaching. We are years behind. We can't even scheme talent open, and we're gonna get to GP in a minute, okay? Because I even made a video when we made that trade, and it's still on my channel. I had said that George Pickens trade was going to be one of the worst trades in Steelers history. And it's like the Steelers can never have nothing. We can never, the fan base can never have nothing. Every time we get some sort of type of bright light, we end up trading it away. It just makes me sick. It makes me irritated because everybody and their mama, everybody that's a Steelers fan, we already knew what GP could do. We knew the play calling. We can't scheme nobody open. So what y'all seen him do in Dallas isn't surprising us. He showed signs of it. It wasn't really consistent because we can't scheme him open. And we didn't have a number two. I'm going to start off with the offense. Arthur Smith has to go. Okay? Now, I know what a lot of y'all are going to say. Well, J-Mid, Arthur Smith isn't the one playing quarterback. I don't have a franchise quarterback. You're absolutely right. Guess what? Mason Rudolph has won football games in the National Football League. Has he not? So that tells me, one, he's a veteran. Two, he's not a rookie. The reason why I'm saying this, the way Arthur Smith called that game yesterday, he called the game as if Will Howard was taking the snaps. Yes, I understand in the first quarter, Mason Rudolph took a shot at DK Metcalf. It got intercepted. At that point, I'm believing the Chicago DB, he just made a hell of a play. The guy was 6'4", same size as DK. He just made a great play. The rest of the game, Arthur Smith is calling these plays. It's like, why is Kenneth Gainwell on the field more than Jalen Warren? Can somebody please explain that to me? I hate this tight end design. It's like our game plan is through tight ends. You paid Pat Freiermuth all this money. You're not really using him. It's like Pat Freiermuth is getting three targets a game. Might even not even get 3 targets a game. We don't utilize Jalen Warren to the best. That's going to be the next thing. Like how y'all see GP being utilized in Dallas. Jalen Warren is the next example of that. What you see from Jalen Warren is he's like the new GP. He's the bright light on the offense, but you're not seeing his full potential because of the offense and the play calling and the schemes. It makes me sick as a fan. This football team is a broken football team on both sides of the football. I know what y'all gonna say. Well, nah, T.J. Watt got the 4 sack and he scored a touchdown. Yeah, yes, I understand. He passed his brother J.J. Watt on the all-time list of NFL sacks. I get that. Congratulations to him. But it's not even his fault. We have no consistency. Every time this year the Steelers have had a lead in a football game, as a fan, it's like you have no hope going forward because it's like, are we going to keep doing what we're doing? Arthur Smith needs to go now. I'd rather have Todd Haley. I'd rather have Randy Figner call plays. And y'all might be looking at, oh no, you're going crazy. No, listen, gang, as a fan, watching this football team play, it feels like it's torture. Because it's like you would think after all of these years, like now, like we're gonna be a better football team. We gonna show some people that we can be a different type of football team this year. And we're not. We're doing the same thing we've been doing ever since Ben Roethlisberger retired. And I'm going to say that as well. A lot of y'all going to say, well, y'all did have Ben Roethlisberger, so y'all can't really say y'all ain't have no offense. Gang, how many years ago was that? When I grew up watching this football team, when I was young, because I'm in my early 20s, I'm used to the Antonio Browns, the Martavis Bryants, the Marcus Wheatons. You see what I'm saying? Even a Marcus Wheaton, we don't even have that. All we have is DK Metcalf. I love Calvin Austin. We can't even scheme Calvin Austin open. Roman Wilson, I don't know what's going on with that. It's like I told y'all months ago that trade was going to be one of the worst trades in Steelers history. So that doesn't surprise me. Mike Tomlin, he's not going to get fired. The only way Mike Tomlin leaves is if he steps down himself, which I don't think that happens. My issue with the organization and the owners and the Rooneys, right? You guys want to run the football. I get that. But you don't understand we don't have the identity to do that right now. See, the problem is the Rooneys, they want to run the football and, play defense. Like, let's run the football and play defense and protect the ball. Like, that's what they want to do. Not understanding we have a young offensive line that's, trying to develop with poor coaching. Pat Meyer, another coach, needs to go. It's like the Steelers' coaching is years behind. Their development is bad when it comes to coaching. We can barely develop a talent because we don't play them the right way. We don't utilize them the right way. We don't do what's best for the player. Do you not see what George Pickens is able to do? Again, it's not surprising because as a fan, we already knew what he could do. But do you not see how Dallas, and we understand they don't have a good record. We understand he has Dak Prescott. But do you see how they are aggressive? They were down, and and that's nothing that made yesterday worse. I was watching that game, and I was like, bro, I know the Eagles going to blow this game. They were up 21-0. I knew they were going to blow the game. I just had a bad feeling about it. I fell asleep. I woke up. It was a tie ball. I knew it was going to happen. But do you see how Dallas they're aggressive. They're trying to throw the ball down the field. The Steelers don't do it. And again, yes, you have Mason Rudolph back there at quarterback. But he's not a rookie. He's a vet. Mason Rudolph has won football games in the NFL. He's done it. The game we lost today was not a game you could not afford to drop. You couldn't afford to drop it. You could not. Because now we're not in the playoffs no more. I know what y'all going to say, well, maybe y'all don't need to go to the playoffs. Well, I mean, what was the point of bringing in Aaron Rodgers? You brought in Aaron Rodgers because you were supposedly going all in to say, you know what, if it's going to be his financial, let's go all out for him. Which is cap because then you trading away GP. I mean, it did nothing but hurt our offense, right? And I'm looking at Omar Khan because Omar Khan looked at us and he lied to us. He went up there on those draft, podiums and, when they ask you questions, he was saying, we're happy with our receiving core. So I'm thinking, okay, we're not going to get no receiver. We already got our receiving core. We got DK, we got GP, we got Roman Wilson, we got Calvin Austin. I'm thinking we got our guys. No. After the draft, we make a trade that hurts our football team. And I'm going to get to Terrell Austin. It's another coach that needs to go. Our coaching is atrocious. Our play calling is atrocious. We make every time, like I told you, when we get to halftime, it's like we're just staring at each other in the locker room. We're not talking. We're not making adjustments. Now, am I in the locker room? No. But tell me what y'all see different at halftime. You know what I saw? I saw when we came out of halftime, the Bears made adjustments. Because those same 2nd and 2s where Arthur Smith, let's run it again. They stopped that. Now it's 3rd and 3. We can't even get 3 yards. We can't do it. Now, I know what y'all going to say. Well, there was a play where DK Metcalf was open. Mason didn't throw him the ball. Let's also remember DK Metcalf was kind of injured in between the game. So I believe there's a reason why we weren't trying to go to DK there. My whole point is the play calling, the play design is weak. I'm hearing all this stuff about Darnell Washington. We're seeing this again. That's another example. You're seeing the signs of it, but you're not utilizing his full potential. You're not seeing it. Because our coaching and our play calling is years behind. We call offense like it's 2008. We want to run 3 tight end designs. We want to run the football with a offensive line that's young and terrible coaching. It's just this football team is broken. I don't even talk trash no more. You can't. This football team, you cannot talk trash anymore. This team literally just snatches everything that you love of the organization and just rip it into pieces, and it just breaks your heart. And it's not even trying to sound soft. Y'all know when you're a diehard fan, you want to see nothing but your team not only just win but improvement. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're not even doing that. They're doing the same mistakes that we made the week before. That's what we're doing. We go into halftime with a lead. We get the ball back. We come out vanilla offense, 3-and-out. The Bears had practice squad linebackers, middle linebackers in the game. We don't throw it across the middle of the field. And that's my next thing. The reasons why I'm saying this is my next thing, a lot of people are saying, well, y'all don't have a franchise quarterback. Y'all got to get a quarterback. If this football team drafts a quarterback in the first round, let's ask ourselves this. Are they going to let that quarterback let him play football? Or are they going to, once again, let's run the football. Let's try to play through tight ends. We're not going to target the middle of the field. We're not going to throw down the seam. We're not going to take deep shots. We're going to play scared football. Y'all let me know. Because that, to me, is what's going to happen. You're going to draft a quarterback in the first round, and you're not going to let him play. You're going to, well, he's a rookie. You're not going to let him. How do you know what you got then? How do you know what you got? And this receiving core, to me, is just a disappointment. I know a lot of y'all are saying, well, you pay DK Metcalf all this money. You're not seeing him being utilized. That's not his fault. Arthur Smith can't scheme him open. Not to mention, we don't have a true number 2. Which, I wanted Chris Olave. Did we get Chris Olave? No. But it's like just watching this football team, it just stresses me out. I already have a couple of gray hairs. I'm in my early 20s. A lot of y'all going to say it's not that serious. You know, it shouldn't be that exciting because if you know the team, you know like how the team is. But it's like what makes it worse is the team will give you hope. When they have a lead going into halftime, they're giving you hope as if we have a chance to win this football game. We have a chance to keep our season alive. And like I said, after halftime, it's like we forget how to play football. Our defense, we leaving guys wide open. We got linebackers on wide receiver 2s. It's like, what are we doing? And Tomlin goes up to the post game and he's saying all of this stuff and there's nothing happening. That's one thing I can't defend Mike Tomlin with. And yes, some of it is players are not executing. Like you had Kyle Duggar drop a wide open interception. James Pierre dropped the interception, right? You had a couple of flags that took away turnovers. I get that. But when we had opportunities to either tie this football game or win this football game. And to me, we played scared football. We played football to where you would have thought we had an undrafted quarterback that never played a snap in the NFL playing today. That's how the game felt play calling wise. You're not taking shots down the field. You're not targeting the middle of the field. Do we not recall when we played the Vikings and yes, you had Aaron Rodgers in that game. But when you threw a target at the middle of the field, did you see what DK Metcalf could do? Yards after catch. We're not even doing that. And it's like, I don't know anymore. I don't know. And it's like people will try to sit there and call you a fake fan for feeling like this. But it's like, what do you want me to do? This team, they've done it all year. They'll give us hope. And they'll go back to being the same team that got blown out in the first round of the NFL playoffs. That's what this team is. And another thing, I'm gonna talk about the Dallas fans real quick. Another reason why, like right now, like I knew, like GP, this isn't brand new with him. We already knew he had this in his game. We knew it, right? What I don't like is a lot of Dallas fans switch their narrative. Remember last year when we played Dallas in Pittsburgh and the game got delayed till like 1 o'clock in the morning, and GP didn't have the best game. You know, he barely got the ball. You know, you had Justin Fields at QB. It wasn't. He really, again, we couldn't scheme him up and we didn't have a true number 2. Dallas fans were saying GP was sorry, he was overrated. He's not that guy. He gets over there, they change their mind all of a sudden. It's like, I don't like that because it's like if you're going to say that about a player, at least admit you were wrong. It's like they were acting like they loved GP since day one. And it's like, bro, y'all were saying the guy was overrated. He wasn't good. We can pull up the comments and the tweets unless they went back and they deleted them tweets. But it's like, and that's nothing about the receiving 2 position. It's like a lot of y'all said, oh, we signed MVS. We good. Gang, MVS ain't even on the active roster. That move right there pissed me off. Because there's a reason why he was a free agent. Y'all do realize that, right? There's a reason to why NFL teams were not signing him. He used to be a number two. He no longer is. Right? Like Jalen Ramsey used to be a top five corner. Jalen Ramsey can still play football, yes, but he's not a top five corner. He's not that shut down corner. We now have him at safety. Is Jalen Ramsey going to be a Hall of Famer? Absolutely. But right now, he's playing to where it's like he's not the player that he used to be. Yeah, he's got the same mentality, which we love to see. Like when he pushed Caleb Williams out of bounds today, I love that energy. We're not having that. I love that energy. But this isn't the Jalen Ramsey Jaguars. That's not that Jalen Ramsey. Right? And it's like the Steelers only go after players to where they're like almost at the end of their career. Like Darius Slay, he's done. He's done in the NFL. Did he have a bad career? No. But he can barely play 5 snaps. And it's like, I don't even know anymore, y'all. Like this football team, they just ruined it. They just ruined like my soul is just shattered with this team. They give us hope and if you're a Steelers fan, you know what I'm talking about. They give us hope. Then you'll have Terrell Austin on third. We can't get off the field on third down once again. We're playing zone coverage, guy wide open touchdown. Right? We got Malik Harrison guarding tight ends when we know he's a run stopper. He's not a cover guy. Right? They called a PI on Peyton Wilson, which I don't think was PI. Right? But it's like I don't understand why we can never just get the job done. And do we even want to go to the playoffs? Because here's my answer. Some of y'all why you have Aaron Rodgers? That's the only thing. But do you honestly believe if this team can manage to somehow sneak in the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers, with Arthur Smith as your offensive coordinator, with Terrell Austin as your defensive coordinator, right? That we're going to be able to get the job done. Remember, this is the same coaching staff that got blown out against the Baltimore Ravens in the last playoffs. Blown out. So am I going to believe that this football team is going to change a paragraph or change a narrative if we make it? Absolutely not. And I'm going to say this right here. I'm ready for the draft. No lie. No lie. This is my first time. Not even the first time, but this is like, because the Steelers are really known for receivers. It makes me sick to watch this team in the receiving core and how it looks. I told y'all, Calvin Austin is not a number 2. He's a number 3. DK Metcalf he don't have a number 2 besides him. So a lot of y'all saying, well, DK's underperforming. He's really not. Look at the play calling and look at how many times he's getting opportunities to make plays. Has he had a couple plays to where, you would want those back? Absolutely. You could argue that for every NFL receiver. Look at Justin Jefferson. He's not having the greatest year, but he's got J.J. McCarthy. So here's what I'm saying. It's like the Steelers are just, like I said, they are a broken football team on both ends of on the field, bro. Special teams, we don't have a kick returner. We even had a kick returner, and I don't know how long. We don't have a punt returner. We don't have no special teams ace to where it's like, well, we got this player that can do it's like we're scrambling. We don't know what we have. We don't know. And it's like watching this football team, you don't know. And then like I said, when they give you hope and they disappoint, it's like, bro, why did I spend my Sunday watching this football team doing exactly what I knew we were going to do? And it's just painful, bro. It's painful to watch. It's painful to try to defend this football team because you love the team so much. You love the team so much. You want to see them improve. And the coaching is just abysmal. Like, here's my thing. I wish the Steelers would have went and signed the dude that used to be the head coach for the Cardinals. What's his name? Kingsbury? I don't know what his name is. But he used to be the head coach for the Cardinals. He's now an offensive coordinator for somebody else. I think he's an offensive coordinator for the Commanders. I wanted him. I didn't want Arthur Smith. I wanted to see us call plays where we're trying to get our talent involved. Throw the ball down the field, right? And y'all gonna say, well, that's every offensive coordinator want to do that. We're not seeing it with Arthur Smith. Our game plan is through tight ends. You didn't even see that today. The same Darnell Washington that we saw make spectacular plays last week against Cincinnati. It's like we were using him like he was an offensive lineman today or yesterday. It's like, what are we doing? And some people are surprised at what GP's do. I'm not. We seen signs of that when he was here. But it's like, it just makes me very, it's more than just disappointment. It's like you just blew it. It's like you blew it again and again and again. Pause. And you can't continue to sit there and say, oh man, like, we're gonna be all right, we're gonna be okay. We're not okay. I'm not okay. I couldn't sleep. I could not. Because all I'm gonna see on all social media is, once again, the NFL is gonna once again keep talking about GP. Yes, he's having a phenomenal season. He is. But they're gonna make it seem like he never could do this. And we already knew he could do this. And we're going to keep seeing, they're saying, the Steelers have a chance to make the playoffs. And that's nothing too. Baltimore was 1-5. We had the division locked up. Baltimore lost 4 straight. What was the record? 1-5. And we let them, which is not surprising, but it's more of, are you serious? Come back. From 1-5 to they're now leading in the division. And their schedule is really crickets. In our schedule, we got the Bills, we got the Dolphins, we got Detroit. We got teams that's going to have nothing really to lose when we can barely convert and score points. Like, it's just, I don't even have the words, y'all. Like, it just makes me very irritated as a fan. Changes are not getting made. I mean, I don't care what you tell me in the post-game show. I don't care what you tell me in the offseason. When I'm seeing the same results, we're seeing the same results. We're going to probably somehow sneak in the playoffs, get blown out, embarrassed, and we're picking in the 20s. But wait, we have what 12 draft picks. And out of those 12 draft picks, you better go and get 3. Like, we haven't drafted. We need to draft what we need. The Steelers need to get back to drafting weapons, please. Next man up. It's not working, gang. The next man up mentality is not working, and maybe it's because of the play calling. You could be right, but it's like we have not adapted to today's NFL. Look at the Vikings. Look at the Chiefs. Like, a lot of y'all right now think the Chiefs, they're not that good. They will blow us out right now. I'm being honest with y'all. You want to know why? Because the Chiefs, they have an offense. They can be down as many points, but they can score. They have something to rely on. The Steelers have nothing to. You cannot rely on the offense. You cannot rely on the defense. Clearly not. The highest paid defense. I don't want to see that ever again. I don't want to ever see us have the highest paid defense ever again. It doesn't work. And once again, maybe it's because you have poor coaching. But it's like, I've already seen it before. I'm tired of seeing it. So it's like, I'm done seeing that. The Cowgirls would blow us out right now. Pause. They would beat us. They got an offense. Dak Prescott. And again, and I understand that Dak is throwing the ball 40 times a game. They would beat us. They were down 21-0 and came back. Because they have something to rely on. Offense. At least when we had the Killer B era, we could rely on the offense to keep us in games. We don't even have that. Another thing I don't like with our offense and our game plan, our game plans are atrocious. Instead of us trying to go out there and score touchdowns, we'll try to go out there and get in range for Chris Boswell. Which, is Chris Boswell having a phenomenal year? Yes, he is. But your game plan should not be, yeah, let's just try to get in field. I'm talking about for the first time. Let's try to get in field goal range. It's third and 10. We're not gonna go try to get 10 yards. We're gonna go try to get 5. You make the kick easy for Chris Boswell. It's like, why are we playing scared football? What are we doing? If that was gonna be your game plan today, you might as well play Will Howard. You're not throwing the cross. Like, it just makes me irritated. And Arthur Smith has to go. Tara Austin has to go. Pat Meyer has to go. The whole staff might need to go. I'm not going to lie to y'all. The whole staff might need to go. I have never seen Tomlin with an aggressive staff. Never. I've always seen him with a staff that's in-house type of staff, to where, oh, this coach was with the Steelers, development wise, as a, assistant, positions coach. So now he's going to be the coordinator. I don't want to see that. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked. Clearly, Tara Austin and the defense, they're not on the same page. They're confused every single week. Somebody's wide open. We had Nick Herbig covering DJ Moore. What are we doing? But that's not surprising, because we've been doing that since 2016. Every time we played the Patriots, you got Julian Edelman cooking up linebackers. It's like, bro, I cannot sit here and act like this team, we're going to be okay. And we're not. We're not okay. We're not okay. We are a laughing joke right now. That's what we are. Teams laugh at us. Imagine you having to go to work, right? And you're talking to your coworkers and they talking about the sport. They're like, hey, what's your team? Oh, you a Steelers fan? They're going to laugh at you. But look at how we play football. Look at how the Steelers play football right now. I laugh too. Y'all don't scare nobody. Y'all are not a team that people got to worry about. And it's like, I'm surprised DK Metcalf is not getting flags. Well, he got a holding call. That was vanilla. I'm talking about frustration flags. Like, he's frustrated. He's irritated. I'm surprised that's not happening. Because the play calling has been so abysmal. Yes, he's had a little injury today. But the play calling is just so weak-minded, and we're not trying to be aggressive. It's like we're not trying to win the football game. It's like we're trying to stay in the game, but we're not trying to win the game. It's like our game plan is, let's keep it close. Let's not turn the football over. Instead of, let's try to go out there and win the game. And you sit here and you see the team every single week, and to see them play how they play, to see them make the same mistakes, dropping wide open interceptions, which isn't the coaching. That's the players not executing. It's just like, how can you have any type of faith in this football team? I have none going forward. I told you, when we made that trade, I threw all my items out my closet and I was done with this team. Because to me, that wasn't a move that was going to help your team. If you would have drafted a replacement, then I could see it. Okay, you got a replacement. He wants to move on. You're moving on. Because clearly he said in his article, he wanted to move on. It was best for both sides. But they could have said, no, we can't do that because we don't have nobody that can come in and replace what you're doing. We are back in the same situation we were last year, offense-wise. Teams are going to double DK Metcalf. Teams were going to double GP. And we're going to throw the tight ends. And we're going to try to run the ball. But here's the thing. Instead of us trying to run the football with Jaylen Warren, you're seeing Kenneth Gainwell, who was mainly a third down running back, get more utilized than Jaylen Warren. It's just absolutely, like, very head-scratching. And does Kenneth Gainwell have his moments? He does. But he's not better than Jaylen Warren. He's not. You would think Arthur Smith thinks Kenneth Gainwell is prime Marshawn Lynch. It's just crazy to see. And let's talk about the Steelers draft lately. That has not been good. That has not been good. Our recent draft picks, half of them are not even on the team. Like it's just, as a Steelers fans, it don't even feel like it's fair. It doesn't feel like it's a fair thing to go through. Yes, we had the era of the Killer Bees, the Antonio Browns, the Martavis Bryants, the Marcus Wheatons, the Eli Rogers, right? The Heath Millers. But it's like we went from that to we don't. It's like we're not even a. You would think the Steelers are not even a winning organization by the way they play football now, and it's just an utter disgrace. And there's no change. That like button is free, chat. Like I said, I have a doctor's appointment in a couple of hours. Um, please let me know in the comments on how you feel about this current football team. Like I said, I believe this football team is broken. Um, and I've already said before, they do this every year, but it's like this is just sad at this point. You know what I mean? Like, and what makes it sad because what GP's doing in Dallas makes us look bad. Because what do we need right now? A true number two. What has GP been for Dallas? A true number two. I know a lot of y'all gonna say, "Oh, he's better." He's not better than CeeDee Lamb. He's not. I mean, I understand that CeeDee's having some drops here and there. Gang, Justin Jefferson's having drops. That doesn't mean he's better than Jordan. That doesn't mean Jordan Addison is better than Justin Jefferson. Jamar Chase has drops, which I don't even want to talk about him because he's an utter disgrace after what he did last week. My whole point is everybody's gonna have drops. But y'all are saying he's better because he's making these highlights, understanding CD's getting most of the attention drawn to him. So, yes, GP is a great, hell of a talent, hell of a player, which I told y'all it was one of the worst trades in Steelers history. I made a video about it. Go back and look at it. I just don't know anymore, man. Like, do I even watch the games? It's like it's like torturing yourself. It's like putting yourself through misery. And there's nothing going to change, unfortunately, right now. This coaching staff is weak. The play calling is terrible. It is absolutely atrocious. Weak. And this football team, I hate to say it, is weak. You know? We're not a good football team. And it's not surprising. It's just disappointing at this point. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We supposed to have 6 Super Bowls, 6 Lombardis, and that's how we go out there and play football these last couple of years. Scared-minded football. The defense can't get off the field. Third down, third and longs. Like it could be 3rd and 2. Right? We don't even have offense to stay in these games. We have no identity anymore. We are a broken football team. Broken. There's nothing to rely on except Chris Boswell. Which, I'm going to ask y'all a question before I end this video. Do y'all think Chris Boswell was going to make that kick? I don't think it was going to happen. I think, the decision to go for it, I was okay with that. But the play calling in that moment, which, because they took our timeout, was abysmal play calling. You're going to run a 2-yard slant to DK Metcalf when the game is on the line, 2 yards? But I'm going to tell you why they were doing that. Because we were trying to get in field goal range. Instead of us trying to be aggressive and let's try to go win the game. No, let's try to get in field goal range. And it hurt us. And I don't think Boswell was going to make that kick. Because it was in Chicago and we haven't won in Chicago in like decades. So that's not surprising to me. I just don't know anymore, y'all. I'm done with this. I mean, this team just... I could talk about this team because I love this team, but it's like I just can't keep defending this team. You can't defend this team. You can't say, oh, we had Aaron Rodgers. Bro, it would have been the same thing in my opinion. Because guess what? Arthur Smith's play calling is weak-minded. It's through tight ends. I believe if Aaron Rodgers plays this game, we probably still lose. We do. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Nobody in the receiving room is stepping up. Like, it's just... I'm done, man. I'm done. Like, comment, subscribe. Glove Motion, R 2025. I don't even know what's to add, man. It's just what a disappointment, man. What a broken football team we are. Shaking my head.